Hi guys, this is Jen and welcome to Two Being on a Budget. Today I was thinking about doing like a personality quiz. I kind of had the feel for it. So we are at 16personalities.com and this is a free test. It's kind of like an INTJ test. So it kind of just tells you like which parts, which character traits of you are the strongest, which are the ones you need to work on. It's kind of like the test you take when you are trying to get hired at a company as well. So for me, I think I've taken these tests maybe about like 4 times before in my past employments, and they usually get you to do this before they hire you, or like if they're trying to give you a promotion, but like they need to see if you are going to be a good fit, which I think is stupid because everybody can cheat in tests like that, especially when especially when you're employing high level people, like they know what to say to get the job. So yeah, but anyway, we are going to do this. It's fast and easy. It takes less than 12 minutes. And be yourself. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. Okay, I get it. Okay. Complete it all. Try not to leave any neutral answers. That's a nice way of saying like don't leave fucking blanks. Okay. So question number one. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I mean, I'm okay with social events. It's nice sometimes, but I can't really do it like a lot. I'm gonna say I kind of like my alone time, but yeah, I'm pretty okay with social settings. So it's probably like a neutral. Okay. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. That is not true because I'm a very like realistic Virgo person. I focus on like truths, facts, and no, disagree. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Well, in the past, I used to plan my trips like in detail until I got past maybe like 30, and then I realized, like, you know what, just go with the damn flow. I'm not gonna plan anything. The more you plan, it's like you plan a whole like 5 day itinerary, and then one thing does not happen, and the whole thing just gets like pushed forward, or something changes, and it just pisses me off. I hate it. So yeah, agree. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Disagree because I don't really look back and like do a replay or anything because what I say is what I mean, and what I mean is what I mean after 10 years anyway. So yeah. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. I am a very practical person. So when somebody tells me, Jen, I'm pregnant and I don't know who the father is, the first thing I will do is to try to track down the father if she wants to track down the father, of course. Um, I'm not going to be so much of sitting there holding a hand and crying with her. So I'm going to say this is not true. People can rarely upset you. I've been crushed a couple of times in my life, and those were pretty important people to me. So I will go like maybe, but usually people can't crush me. So probably agree. Next, you often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation. No, disagree. I'm always one of the first few, if not the first, to start a conversation, even at a party. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is a top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. I don't really put my plans on hold. I rarely do that, but if I do put my plans on hold, then there has to be a bloody good reason. And yeah, I guess so. I would truly agree with this. Okay. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. I don't worry about it. I think that first impressions are cast not only based on like how you portray yourself to be. It is kind of like in the person's mind too. Like if the person already has a set impression of you, it like even before, like when you're walking towards them to meet them for the first time, it is already set in their minds. So I don't worry. I disagree. Wait, I think I pressed something wrong. Can I go back? You rarely worry if you made. I agree, sorry. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. Disagree. I actually love time with myself. You are more of a detail oriented than a big picture person. I am very detail oriented, but I always look at the big picture. Is that what this question is asking? Like, I look at the big picture. If I know I have to step on like one, two, three, four, five hits to get to where I want to be, point A to point B, I gotta step on five hits, I'm gonna do it. You are very affectionate with people you care about. Sometimes towards the people you really care about, you kind of lack the that affection, that kind of love. It's almost like, I'm not saying I don't care about people, that are close to me. I'm saying like the more you're closer to someone, you kind of forget to do it sometimes. Like married couples, for instance, they sometimes forget to tell each other, good job. I really appreciate the fact that you woke up early to cook for me while I laid for 2 more hours in bed. So agree, but to a certain extent. Okay, you have a careful and methodical approach to life. Agree 100%. I am so careful that I will not see. I am the kind of person who's like, if somebody says, let's go skydiving, once in a lifetime, I'm like, when I process the word skydiving in my head, it sounds like danger. I don't see the thrill. I don't see shit. I see danger. So, methodical approach. Excuse me. My throat is kind of fucked because of chocolate. So, methodical approach to life. I not really. So I'm just kind of gonna agree, kind of. Okay, you are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. I'm never bothered by. Sometimes, maybe like once a year, I feel like I shouldn't have done that, But yeah, disagree. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. Why would you go to a party and social events? What? To like fade into the background. I think if unless you're forced to go because of work. Disagree. I am always like in the center of the action. I'm always in the limelight because I'm like a whore. I like attention. And I think like chatty people like me always want to be in the limelight anyway. They're like, it's the mission, their party mission to get everybody feeling good. Like, I'm sure I made a point. I'm sure I made a joke. Now everybody's laughing. That's good. That's a good time. We always have this kind of like mission when we go to like social events. Okay. So you often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. I am definitely okay with like people feeling things, but I am not okay with people who let their emotions guide them 100%. Okay, meaning like you can definitely cry, say if you had a miscarriage. Okay, but if that's all you feel and you can't move on from that, then I know. And some people find it like every single time they falter, every single time they fuck up, they just like dwell in their emotions, and that's something I cannot stand it. So yes, I find it very difficult to relate. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalogs. That's because I do not like Netflix. Even like, movie theaters, I don't like going to those places as well. I'm just not a movie person. Unless that movie turns out to be like a documentary. Otherwise, I'm not watching. So yeah, it takes me a lot of time to find one. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Duh, agree. Okay, next. Under a lot of pressure. Okay, when in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Given the high EQ that I have, I rarely just like go to people like, yeah, that's right. The blue one was like the nicest. I don't really do that. I don't have a problem with it, but I have a problem with doing it. So I guess I have no problem. Agree, I guess. Okay, when you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. It's true. I have dreamt weird stuff. I have dreamt of like mythical creatures doing everyday activities with me, and every time I would wake up thinking like, what the fuck just happened? Like, what was that dream? And bizarre, like once I dreamt about like being in this, like, because my grandmother used to live in like this Katong area in Singapore. Okay, so it's like an old house. So basically I dreamt of this woman with a crystal ball in the toilet in that old house. And then I was just like walking towards her, approaching her, like, tell me my future. And then she just got zoomed further and further away from me. And I woke up. I remember like I would dream this quite often. And every time I would just be like waking up, I would just take like 3 seconds to get myself back on track again. Who is that woman with a crystal ball? I mean, how she looks and all are still very clear to me. So it's kind of freaky, but yeah, agree. In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. It is so definitely okay. Okay, some people are like born angels. 50% angelic, 50% stupid. Those are the kind of passive assholes that are like, I don't know, my best friend's kind of in the same department. Should I take this promotion and hurt her feelings? I don't believe in that shit. I think that you need to step on people to get ahead in life. You try not to, but if you have to do it, then you do. It's kind of like a white lie. You need to do it sometimes, like it's necessary sometimes. So okay, it's not really okay, but it's okay for me. So so yeah, you are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Agree. I'm a very focused person. So if you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. If I make a mistake, I tend to start doubting myself. Not really. Disagree. I'm not like that. When at a social event, you really try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Disagree. I actually always spend like the first maybe 5 minutes like, hey guys, oh my God, you're here too. And then I move on to the new people. It's like, again, it's like a mission at a party, okay? I have a mission. I need to know new people. I basically need to cover the whole party. Like I would just make eye contact, and mostly when we're at social events, it's usually okay. People are all friendly, and they're usually like alcohol. There's usually alcohol involved. So yeah, so you rarely introduce I disagree. Okay, next. There are a lot of questions. Okay, you usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Philosophical, yes, agree. I hate serious stuff like what is life? Why were humans created? Like no thanks. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. Disagree to a certain extent. Kind of agree. I mean, if it's like crying out of joy or like I think they mean like just crying because of sadness or some kind of embarrassing thing or some kind of tragedy. I think it's okay. So I'm gonna go neutral. Okay. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. Intimate ones. Not really. I'm okay with both. So, wow. I kind of like the quiet ones too. Neutral. Okay, you like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. I don't give a shit. Yeah. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Disagree. I'm a logical person. Every time somebody tells me something or asks me something, I look at the facts. And then it becomes like this minor debate. And they go like, but Jen, I only asked you like, yeah, I know, but I gotta expend. 1 point becomes like 10 points, becomes 100 points. So yeah. So anyway, you cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. That is like city harvest. So yes, I cannot imagine it. Faith is blind. Faith is kind of like a thing that you voluntarily choose to have. I am definitely not the kind of person. This is probably why I'm not religious, so yeah. Okay, you usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Disagree because I would rather forgive. When you forgive others, you forgive yourself. You save yourself from the misery that others cause you. Because these motherfuckers out there, they are there to make you suffer. And then they go like, ha ha ha, she's still dwelling in it when it's like the norm for me. I just go around destroying everyone's lives and you have to suffer for it. They kind of get a kick out of it, those psychos. So you need to get over it. So it has always been my motto in life to kind of just forgive. So you usually prefer to get revenge. Disagree. Almost clicked agree. That's not me. Don't worry. Okay. You often make decisions on a whim. Agree. I am so impulsive. I gotta say this, okay? I am like a Virgo sun, Aries moon kind of person. I am super impulsive, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. This is why I met my husband and I knew he was the one. And I said, Jen, it's been a few months. Get down on your one knee and just propose to this guy already. Because if you want him, you put a ring on it. And that's what I did. So that's me. Okay. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. This is like a very weird psycho statement. Okay. No, not really. I'm just going to go neutral on this. Okay. So you often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie. Disagree. I don't care what a song says. Usually when I listen to a song, it's about the melody. It's really about like, oh, like digging into the meaning of the song. Nah. You always know exactly what you want. Uh, I mean, I always know what I want, but I don't necessarily like end up doing what. Okay, agreed. I always know what I want. Okay. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. This is kind of like tagged to regret. I don't really look back, so yes, I agree. Next. Well, there are like 200 questions in this quiz. Okay. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. Well, I mean, if you're talking about like being at a mall, what I want to eat just kind of okay. The deciding factor for like finding an establishment to dine in largely depends on like whether it's rowdy and crowded. So yes, okay. Now my nose is acting up. Okay, you tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. Agree. I am like a live in the moment kind of person. I don't believe in like looking, when they have like the 2 year, 5 year plan and all that. I don't do all those things. Jen does not do 2 year plans. I'm more like a 2 hour kind of person. So yes, agree. Okay, you often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I don't have a hard time understanding feelings. I know exactly, I have the special ability to read people like open books. Honestly, okay. I may be like ugly, physically like not attractive, but I have this ability. It's just that I choose not to want to understand certain people because I think they're full of shit and I don't care. So, okay, well, okay, here, disagree. Okay, when starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions upfront as possible. This is almost like laying your cards out on the table. So, as much as I like to like lay the rules, I think it's also nice to like reinvent as you go along, kind of like come up with ideas as you go along. You don't just like 100% cast in stone say that this is what we discussed. We're not gonna change a shit about it. Okay, so yeah, okay. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. No, I don't care. I think when someone thinks highly of you, it's like a compliment. Yes, it's nice. The moment you do something or the moment somebody says something about you that this person starts to believe and then like the person kind of starts not wanting to be as close to you anymore, you just let it go. I'm like a move on, move the fuck along kind of person. I don't really care about those things. Okay, so sorry about my nose. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Somebody I find interesting at a convention versus somebody I find interesting because he's wearing pink tights. There is a difference. So I would just, yeah, agree, I guess. Okay, next. You often drift away into daydreaming about various. No, I don't daydream. I am so grounded that I don't daydream at all. Okay, you look after yourself first and others come in second. I actually look after myself last. I put everybody else in my life above me. So, yeah. Yeah, people are going to say, like, Jen, but you should put yourself first. I am pretty up there. But I choose to put a small group of people right above me. And I think there's beauty in that. Because when you're a bunch of givers, it's a beautiful thing. Everybody has, like, beautiful connections. Everybody has beautiful relationships. I think that's good. Okay. So even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. This is kind of true, actually. I mean, I try to stick to it. Okay, but sometimes I kind of like impromptu, like, hey, why not? Let's do something else, But even when you've planned a particular daily routine. Oh, this is talking about, wait, daily routine. I don't have daily routines, just to let you know. So, agree. Your mood can change very quickly. If I'm infuriated by some asshole, like kids standing up on booth seats at restaurants, oh, my mood can change in 2 seconds. Okay, I have learned to keep my mouth shut, but this fiery thing inside me, my mood can change pretty fast from like innocent schoolgirl to like full on from hell. So, yes, agree. Okay, anyway, you often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. Disagree. I don't think about such things. I am like a zero person. Things like that are kind of like in the same category as recycle, reuse, and reduce. Like, let's do recycling. Let's save the earth. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a shit. So yeah. Okay. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions in the right context. Yes. So I'm gonna say agree. Next. Just 2,000 more questions, guys. Yep. You have got detailed education or a career development plan stretching several years. We have touched on a question similar to this. I have no plans for years ahead. I live in the next 2 hours. I live in the moment. Disagree. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Agree. Life is too short. You think about it, you're going to be alive for what, 70 years? And then you are going to spend like a lot of time, precious time, thinking about, fuck, I should have done this and done that. Just let it go. Yeah. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. This person is seriously introverted. So, no, disagree. If you're with the right people, you won't feel that. And to be with the right people in the first place, unless you are forced to hang out with a group of people for work. But if you're thinking about personal, like your personal circle, I think you shouldn't have to even get into that situation. So yeah, you see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. Yes, I'm definitely a realist. Okay. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. It's easy for me because I think like just because you haven't gone through it doesn't mean you don't need to feel sorry for someone. I can feel sorry for people. I just don't encourage them to keep on feeling sorry. So agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. I definitely have consistent efforts when I work. But yeah, spontaneous bursts of energy. That's more like me. Okay. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Disagree. I'm very in touch with my emotions. So when I cry, it is like planned, scheduled crying so that I can crying and let go of things, not like cry because I cannot control my feelings. So there's a difference. Okay. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Not really. After a long and exhausting week, I just need to stay at home, keep my mouth shut, zone out, and do the things I have, being home ground. That is the kind of person I am. So, disagree. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Disagree. I don't think about such things at all. It's like, it's not me at all. Okay. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. I agree, definitely. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you have a change of heart. Nope. When I have a change of heart towards something, someone, I move on and I see that whole situation as like a stepping stone. So you have to change. It is like moving forward, throwing away the old, embracing the new. So I don't need to honor commitments that I made towards, let's say, someone who chooses to mistreat me and lose me. So I'm not, yeah, disagree. Yeah. I'm the kind of person who returns clothes to cotton on. Just kidding. Yeah. You rarely feel insecure. Agree. Oh, see results. Finally, we are done. I've got 4,000th question. Oh, wow. Your personality type is entertaining ESFP. That's me right there. Wow. Oh my god, she has my eyes. Okay. Okay. Mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. Extroverted, introverted. I am 60% extroverted. See, when I ask my friends, do you guys think I'm an introvert or an extrovert? My friends go, I think you're definitely like an extrovert more than an introvert. They will never like settle for one because I kind of have like both sides to me. I don't mean to be a crystal ball person, but I kind of have like Virgo, Aries, Cancer. So, there's a clash there. Okay, fine. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Observant, intuitive. Okay. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Oh. So I'm more like emotional than like logical. I thought I was like 50-50, but okay. Thought I was more logical actually. So tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Prospecting. Yeah, I would say so. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. assertive, 88%. That is not bad. Would you like us to email you these results? No, thanks. Do not email me anything. Okay. Also, there is a difference. So you're either like ESFPA or T. Well, I love how they just like focus on her. Okay, anyway. That's Marilyn Monroe quote. If anyone is found spontaneously breaking into song and dance, it is the entertainer personality type. Well, I can be quite clownish when I get out, but I don't do this like a lot. Only with the right people, yep. No other personality type is as generous with their time and energy as entertainers when it comes to encouraging others, and no other personality type does it with such irresistible style. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We are all of us stars. We love the spotlight. All the world's a stage. So many famous people with this personality type are indeed actors, but they also love putting on a show for their friends too, by the way. Chatting with a unique and earthy wit. That's quite true about me, soaking up attention and making every outing feel like a bit of a party. A lot of friends tell me that, like, Genn, we were with you, you're so like animated, and you like, oh my god, this was supposed to be like some restaurant gathering, and it became like a party. Like, yeah, probably because like I used to suggest going to drink a lot, so it kind of became a party anyway. So yeah, okay, utterly social. Entertainers have the strongest aesthetic sense of any personality type. Oh, from grooming and outfits to a well-appointed home, entertainers have an eye for fashion. Well, I mean, yeah, I kind of know what's attractive the moment I see it. I think most of us do. They aren't afraid to change their surroundings to reflect their personal style. This is somewhat true because when I go on the streets, a lot of people stare at me. They're like, "What's with her hair?" One of these days, I'm going to do a video with me in it, and you guys will see that my hair is not very common for women in Singapore, especially. So a lot of people stare at me and they're like, what the hell? Like bangs and undercut? But yeah, that's me. So entertainers know this is the sensitive part. Like they know it's not all about them. It may not seem like it, but they are very observant and sensitive to others' emotions. Okay. And we deserve the twinkle. Right. Okay. Oh my god, I like this part. Complex analysis, repetitive tasks, matching statistics to real consequences are not easy activities for entertainers. They would rather rely on luck or opportunity or simply ask for help from their extensive circle of friends. Okay, that's not, well, anyway. So we recognize value and quality. This is one of the longest quizzes I've ever done, which on its own is a fine trait. Blah, blah, okay. Okay, entertainers are welcome whenever there's a need for laughter. True. Playfulness, yes. Volunteer to try something new and fun. The kind of person who gets picked at a magic show. That's me. I always get targeted, by the way, so yeah. Entertainers can chat for hours. How do you think I do my YouTube content? So they can chat for hours, sometimes about anything but the topic they meant to talk about. I am like that. I can start with like, Genn, do you like the color pink? And I can go on to talk about 200 other topics, forgetting that your question was just that. Okay, so yeah, strengths and weaknesses. Okay, strengths and weaknesses. Bold, original. You can see me just skipping the details now. Aesthetics and showmanship. Right. Practical, yes. Observant, excellent people skills. Entertainer weaknesses. Sensitive. Well, it's a good thing I'm not I'm not a turbulent one. Strongly emotional. Well, I'm not like that. Conflict averse. Sometimes ignore and avoid conflict entirely. Not true. When I am in public and I see someone mistreating, let's say, I saw this guy who was being a dick to his like Filipino maid, and I went up and gave him a life lesson. Okay, I actually had an audience, a mini audience, and they were clapping by the time I was done. I'm not going to go into detail about what I said that day because there's going to be a lot of censors. But yeah, I do things like that. So I don't like it when people just try to shit other people and then they think they can get away with it. I think it's like somebody needs to go up to tell them, shut the hell up, stop mistreating others, and be like a human being. Okay, you are just another human being. So stop mistreating your own kind, right? And I hate bullies. I hate bullies so much. So easily bored. That is me. Poor long-term planners. I also poor long-term partners. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of true, but oh my god, planners. Okay. They rarely make detailed plans for the future. True. Unfocused. That is so me. Okay, moving on to romantic relationships. Okay, so we are basically like social, fun-loving, free-spirited people who live life in the moment and squeeze every little bit of excitement from everything. True. Here today, gone tomorrow. This sounds like a Casanova of, oh my god, okay. While entertainers can be willing to work on their relationships rather than swap them out, it takes a great deal of maturity and experience, which I have, for them to realize that it can be worth the bother. I think if this is applicable to everyone, it has to be worth it. Otherwise, why am I doing it? So, yep. Okay, so I actually hate like the romance portion of things. Like when I watch shows or I play games, or a woman coming into the picture, I immediately just go turned off. I get turned off. That is what this kind of shit does to me. So yeah. Okay. Highly emotional people, sensitive. So you guys, if you want to see this, you can definitely go do the quiz yourself. I'm not gonna read out everything. I'm not audible. Yeah. So just trying to find somebody to love. Their tendency to avoid promises and commitments and jump from partner to partner. Oh my god. This is like a full-on horror. Sabotages necessary long-term goals like retirement planning. What? I think even retirement planning can be a problem because like, oh, I'm gonna jump from place to place and all this shit. Building real relationships takes time and conscious effort. This is like a Captain Obvious thing, so. Okay, so that's it. Friendships. Friendships. I think I'm a good friend if you're my friend. So for me, like friends, a lot of people go like, this is my acquaintance, that's my good friend, that's my friend from work, that's my best friend, that's my bestest friend. For me, I have two categories for you guys, okay? Friend, not a friend. Two black and white categories. So either you're my friend or you're not. Simple. You don't have to complicate things too much. In my world, a lot of things are black and white. I have learned to create some gray areas for some things, some situations, but mostly it's black and white. So yeah. Better be totally ridiculous than totally boring. This is so me. Like my friends always say, Jen does not mind risking looking like a clown because she wants to make us laugh. And in my life, I'm automatically drawn to people like that. People who are not afraid to just let their head out, look stupid for a while, like and make everybody happy. I think people like that are so, like I always say, I take myself very seriously, but I take everything else lightheartedly. So I think that's how we should see life anyway. So yeah. Oh, it's a lot of things to read. Like, oh, I'm not gonna read all these things. Parenthood, skip. So that's it, guys. You guys have seen a lot. I'm just gonna stop here. You guys have seen a lot of the results from this quiz, so it was fun. Next week we are probably gonna do something with regards to horoscope, zodiac, whatever, and we're gonna see like what comes up. Okay, guys, if you like this video, please stay tuned to the rest of my videos. I make a video every Sunday, and I mean, if I have the time, I'll definitely make one more. But every Sunday, I have a new video, and please subscribe if you like the video. Stay tuned to my channel. Help me earn a small income, and I'll see you guys. Sending my love. Bye.